At just 32 years old, Jason sat across from his doctor, listening as those earth-shattering words fell like bricks. "You have 1 day left. The cancer has taken over. There's nothing more we can do." 1 day. That was all he had left to say goodbye, to leave his mark, to find peace. But Jason didn't want peace. He wanted purpose. So instead of calling every friend or writing a will, he asked for a notebook and a pen. He started writing letters, not to his family, not to old lovers or childhood friends, but to complete strangers, people he'd never meet, people who might be hurting the way he once did. In those first few hours, he poured his heart onto paper, not to be remembered, but to remind others how to live while they still had time. He could have spent his last day dying, but instead, he spent it giving. And somehow, with just a few hours, a pen, and a purpose, he did something most people never do in a lifetime. Jason didn't waste time. Every word he wrote came from a place of urgency and truth. He scribbled down raw lessons. Stop waiting for the right time. It's already here. Forgive even if they don't say sorry. Your pain might be the key to someone else's healing. He wrote 27 letters in total, each one folded and placed in a white envelope. Then he called the nurse into his room with a simple request. "Please, put these around the city. Anywhere people will find them." She paused, confused, but something in his eyes said this wasn't just about goodbye, it was about impact. That night, she followed his wishes. Letters landed in bus stops, taped to park benches, tucked inside library books. No one expected what would happen next. One girl found a letter on a train. "You're enough, even when you feel invisible." She posted it online. It went viral. Soon, others began finding the notes. The hashtag #LiveLikeJason started trending. People from around the world began writing their own letters, donating to cancer research, reaching out to estranged family, or simply hugging someone tighter that day. Jason never saw the movement, but his message broke through. In his final 24 hours, he created a legacy not with money, but with meaning. Jason passed away quietly in his sleep, just hours after the sun rose. There were no big headlines, no funeral live stream to the world, just a man who had every reason to give up, and instead gave everything he had left. But here's the truth. His story didn't end when his heart stopped. It began. Letters continued surfacing across the country. Strangers started writing to each other. Teachers printed Jason's words and read them to their students. Therapists shared his story with clients who were on the edge of giving up. One man even admitted he chose not to take his own life after reading one of Jason's letters in a cafe. The world never knew Jason while he was alive, but after he was gone, it couldn't forget him. Because sometimes, the loudest impact comes from the quietest voices. Sometimes, it's not about how long you live, but how deeply you choose to love in the time you're given. He never had wealth, fame, or years, but Jason died having done what few ever do. He lived fully, he gave selflessly, and he reminded millions that every second is a chance to change everything. So the next time you feel like your life is too small to matter, remember, Jason, you don't need more time, you just need more purpose.